Hi, my name's Tom. Today we're going to be working on my Krups EA8250 espresso machine. It's got about 5,000 cups of coffee on it, and right this minute, during the coffee cycle, it gets coffee everywhere, all over the floor. So we're going to try to fix it, and it's a fairly simple fix. It's the piston in the unit, and I'm going to show you how to do it. First, I'm going to show you how to diagnose the problem. So first you're going to ask me is, how long did it take and how much did it cost? Well, it took about 2 hours and it cost about $40 for the piston and a little bit of silicone paste. And we're going to get started. So this is the Krups EA8250, and what we're going to do is we're going to replace the piston in that unit, and I'll give you the part number at the bottom of the screen. And it takes 2 screwdrivers. It takes the Torx 15 and the Torx 10. This piece right here comes off, and then this piece right here, it's a plastic piece. It has this one Torx 15 screw in the middle, and you just take it out, and then this comes off, and then this is the location for that screw. Now we're going to look inside, right in here, to see exactly what's going on. Before we even get started, I kind of want to show you what you're going to see. So what happens is the grounds come out of a chute over here, and they drop into this chamber that's down in there. Then this piston, which is the piece that we're going to be replacing, this piston with these 2 O-rings goes down into that cylinder while the coffee is brewing. What my problem is that right around this edge, hopefully you'll be able to see it when we do this, there's coffee that leaks out and then runs all over the floor because of these seals and this piston's aging. So we're going to take a look. To speed up the video a little bit, I've already taken out some screws, but let's go through it. So inside the bean hopper, I've taken out the oily bean hopper here, and I've pulled the grind sensitivity button off. And then I've taken out 2 screws. One is right here, and the other one is right here. So then the bean hopper comes off. You can see that I've pulled enough beans out so that they're below this little white ring here. There's one more screw, and all these screws are 15 Torx. There's one screw right in there. There's a screw right here, and there's a screw right here. The next piece is that we actually take the Krups front face and we lift it just a little bit and squeeze it, and it pulls forward. And then we're going to lift this top piece up just enough so that it's above the Krups front face. Then there are 2 clips, one here and one here. We're going to grab it in the back, kind of pull it sort of towards the back, and then lift it off. And then we're into the machine. Let's take a quick look at what we're going to be doing right this minute. This right in here is the only screw we have to take out. It's a 10 Torx. This little piece right here is the spring that cleans the chute for the grounds. It's going to come off separately. And then there's this hose right here that actually connects to the top of the piston. We're going to take all that out and we're going to see how it goes. As I take out the screw, the piston's going to fall in. That's okay. And then just to make it a little bit easier, I have a magnet. Grab it with that. There's a washer on it. Don't lose the washer. Then the unit will sort of tip towards the front. Don't worry if that falls out. That's okay. Tips toward the front and slides straight out. Then go back in there and grab that little guy. Again, that spring, the magnet helps with a little bit. And then we're going to pull off this second piece here, and we're going to pull off the hose. This is the part number that I'm going to be installing in my Krups machine. It comes in 2 pieces. It comes as this little piece here and then this piece here. The reason I'm replacing the whole thing is because, as you can see, after 5,000 cups of coffee, this one is pretty charred. And there's as much problem with the plastic as there is with the O-rings. I would just recommend This only cost about $25. Just replace the whole darn thing. You've already spent $600 on this machine, so just replace the whole thing. I take a little bit of silicone glue. It's a food grade. It's not even glue, it's just grease, silicone grease. Put a little on my finger, and then I'm going to wipe the rings with it. Just helps it get it in there a little bit better. And then I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm going to just wipe that little guy there, stick it in. Again, you're going to slide it down, and then up into it. And then put the screw back in. The screw will go in a little bit harder than when you took it out, because you're actually cutting new threads in that plastic. So what you want to do is when it gets tight, just give it a snug. Don't go much further than tight, because otherwise you'll strip it out. Then you can go ahead and put the hose back on that unit there. And basically that's just a little adjustment so it's centered. And that's we're ready to put it back together. Once the cylinder's in, you're almost done, but there's two things that we can't forget. One is if this thing has fallen out, this is that grind sensitivity button. You want to put it back in. Basically, there's a pin on the bottom, and you're going to just take that, slide it underneath there, and it'll sit right in that pin. The other thing is that grind chute spring clip, and basically it has two clips on it, one here and one here. You're just going to take that, and you're going to carefully slide it in and push it down till it clicks. And once it clicks, it's in there. It should be more or less level with the top of the aluminum bracket. And then you'll know that you have everything done right. And we're going to put the lid back on, and it'll be ready to go. If you like, subscribe. And if you have any questions, give me shoot in my comments line, and we'll try to take care of you. Thanks, and hope you enjoyed the video.